What up, children? Okay, so let's go from trade-off. For right now, I'm going to present from here. Right?
I had a coffee today.
Oh, do you want to make coffee? Michael?
What?
Do you want me to make your coffee?
No.
Alright. Make my coffee. Coffee. Go. 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 Ready? Unity, this way. Alright. How are you guys doing? Oh, how are y'all doing today?
Woo!
Yeah, everyone enjoying so far?
Yeah!
Let me hear ya!
Woo!
Oh.
Sorry, Mary.
Can I get a woo?
Hello?
Hello?
Oh, hi. Can I call you back? I cannot talk right now. Alright, I'll call you back. Thanks.
Who's that?
Long tail company. It's not exciting, but you've seen my front yard. Anyway.
So, I am so happy to hear that everyone has been enjoying our show so far. So my name is Julie, and I'm one of the company members with Dramatics. And throughout this little presentation, you're going to meet all of our members of the company. Everyone's going to be showcasing a little bit for us. So, today we're going to be talking a little bit about where tap dance comes from, and a little bit of our history, because we get to be at the center of creating some new dynamic forces within tap dance. But if we don't talk about where we came from, it's not really super respectful to the art form. So, how do I start?
That's fine.
So when we tap dance, what did everyone see our bodies do?
You were moving.
Yeah, I was moving. Say more about that. How are we moving?
Making a lot of noise with your feet.
Making noise with my feet. Yeah, say more about that. Keep going. Shout it out.
You were like also spinning.
Yeah, we were spinning and we were making noise with our feet. So, let's focus on that making noise with our feet part. We were stomping our feet on the floor, in essence, with a few extra flares here and there. So, with that being said, why might someone stomp their feet on the floor?
They're really mad.
They're mad. Yeah, keep going.
I'm in love.
Love. Yeah, keep going.
You were just dancing with your friend and having fun.
Having fun. Yeah, keep going. Say more.
You're performing.
Performing. Absolutely. So we have all these different types of emotions that we get to see. We have anger. We have excitement. We have sadness. We have happiness. We have so many love. Performance. There's so many different aspects that are all part of the history of where tap dance comes from. So tap dance started in America, and we are in America, so tap dance is a very truly American art form. When folks from Europe, from Italy, Germany, Spain, France, Russia, and even more, all came to the United States, which is how we became sort of a melting pot of cultures. The Brit,
Russians
they're
are
the-
Europeans.
because the Russians came though.
I know, but they're Asian.
Yeah, no, they're not. No, they're not.
That's part of Asia, is it not?
No.
Right? Oh, some of it, yeah. Half of
Russia
most
is
of Russia
partially
is
in.
in
Keep going. Okay. When folks from the Europe area and some other countries as well came over, like the Dutch, the French, the English, the Spanish, the Germans, all came to the United States and more. And as they came here, they started sort of creating a melting pot of cultures. Now, as these folks came here, they also took a trip down to Africa and brought people from Africa here, but enslaved them. Do we know what enslaved means? Raise your hand if you've heard that word before. So some of us have and some of us haven't. In a quick sort of synopsis, enslavement means that they were taken and their freedoms were taken away from them. So that basically meant that they didn't have rights to their own body. they couldn't make choices for themselves, and they were told what they had to do. And most of the time, they were told that they had to work. So it wasn't very nice, and it wasn't very fun. So with that being said, as these people came here and were enslaved, they needed a way to express themselves because their language was taken away from them. They weren't allowed to speak. Now imagine, let's close our eyes for a second. Imagine if you were brought out of your home, told that you couldn't speak your language. How would that make you feel?
I would be really sad.
Sad, yeah.
Why would we do that?
Deep question. What else? How else might we be feeling?
I'd be frustrated.
Frustrated, confused, yeah. What
I
else?
know 3 languages.
That's so cool. That's amazing that you have the time and ability to learn that. That has a lot to do with the fact that you have rights. Enjoy that. Boom. So essentially, as these people were in this country and told that they were enslaved, they needed a way to communicate. They needed a way to pass ideas from one person to the next. So how do you do that without language? Let's see an example. I'm gonna bring out my friends Noah and her small Noah, and I'm gonna bring my friend Sarah, and they're gonna give us a little demonstration of how they might communicate with their body. This is called a call and response, and we'll say a little bit more about that after. Oh, I have to construct that.
Okay. Thank you, Sarah. So, a little bit more about what just happened. So, we had tap dance, but I also did body percussion, which was, that's right, making rhythms with my body. You got it, buddy. Or pal. What was I saying? Alright, so basically, the people who were enslaved here in the United States, who were working all day and all night, had to find a way to communicate among themselves because they had their drums and all their instruments taken away. When we don't speak the language and we don't have something else to help us facilitate the way of communication, we have to be resourceful and use what is around us. And basically, they took their bodies and developed a language that is a language of its own with meaning, questions and answers, and feelings, and brought that together into their community. So body percussion was one way to do it. And then moving our feet around to do tap dance was another way. Okay, so, and what else am I saying?
You have to introduce the idea of quick expression. Improv.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
where you talk about improv.
What?
That's where you talk about
Okay.
improv.
So if I have all those new forms of expression and communication, I have to learn how to speak quickly on my feet. And one way to do that is improv. So what Sarah and I did was I called and she responded, but we didn't plan what we were saying. I just made a rhythm that came to my mind, and she responded with something that came through her body with a feeling that I had in my heart. What do you think that I was feeling when I was communicating with Sarah? Anyone?
Disgust.
I was disgusted. Definitely very disgusted. Just joking. She's adorable. What else do you think I was feeling? Did you feel?
Fun.
You feel like I was having fun? Possibly. I think I did because I was moving my body. But was it something that was in my heart? I'm not sure. I think I was mad. I don't know why. But I expressed it anyway.
All of this is getting cut from script.
Yeah. Because I'm just mumbling. I don't know what to say.
Uh-huh.
So I improvised. I had to think quickly on my feet, and Sarah had to think quickly on her feet. And we had a conversation that is based on improvisation. We improvised with something that we felt that came through our body without a spoken language. Okay? So here to further demonstrate, I'm going to bring in Margaret, and she's going to show you a little bit more body percussion. Good job. Thank you, Margaret. So Margaret was improvising with body percussion, and she's going to tell you a little bit more about two very important things.
Yes.
Okay, I have
Two words for you. Word number 1 is oppression, and word number 2, resilience. Does anybody know what the first word oppression means?
No.
Nobody? Well, we can tell you in a simpler word.
couple words. Oppression means to get your freedom taken away. You don't have that freedom, and that's what these enslaved people were. They were oppressed. They couldn't really do anything for themselves. They had to work for everybody else. But what these enslaved people were, they were resilient. Does anybody know what resilience means? No? Well, you're going to learn another word today. I know the word. I
Do
know
you
it.
see resilience? Boots, do you see resilience?
Oh my God. Do you see it? Okay. Well, resilience means to stand up and to fight, to rise above the oppression. And although these enslaved people, I've said enslaved people like 11 times. I mean,
It's okay. Stumble through.
okay.
Yeah,
we're
we're here to
right now.
learn
Yeah,
to
we have to
communicate
hurry.
better.
Okay. Even though they got their freedom taken away, they used what they had to rise above and to come together in their community that brings together their great culture that was taken away from them, and they adapted it to make something, to keep it alive and to make something that's best for them. And they found, oh, this is where I talk about the pandemic. Oh my God, okay. So, I have a feeling that you can relate to this idea of things being a little bit different and you not being able to do everything that you've been used to during this pandemic. Even though you all have to stay home, you're here, but whatever.
No, they're probably on Zoom.
They are on Zoom? Okay. Even
Or
though you all,
even after, you can always use this as a reference.
Right.
So
Yeah.
remember when you had to stay home and you couldn't
Unless
play
we
with
had
your
it in 5 years and those kids haven't been born yet.
No. Right now. It's
Yes.
fine. And then I'll talk about how,
Well, also the idea is that in 5 years, school will be educating kids the correct way about racism, and we don't have to.
hopefully, what
Right,
was that?
Corin?
Oh, it's, you couldn't do all the things that you normally could do, but you found new things, fun things to do. I know that I really started, I knitted a lot. I made a lot of rugs. I tried, yeah, okay, if you want a rug.
So
it's
was
okay.
it like a 3 to 4 minute introduction?
I know, but we're gonna condense
Yeah.
it. And I'm sure you found new ways to make life exciting for you. And this is what these people,
I have it, the pandemic sucks!
what if they say that?
It does suck, you're right.
Right, but we
But
have
you
to
still have
push
to find a way because
through.
we don't have a choice.
Right. Yes, and they didn't have a choice. So they found to do something that they loved every single day, and so they were still able to communicate. And their love is infectious. So, you know, so then that's how I can talk about how I went into,
Creation of culture.
yes, and then so other people wanted to watch and be a part of this really fun and exciting new form of expression. And that's how the performance of tap dance came about. And if you would like to see the lovely
You can
Mike,
say that that's how it became from a form of expression to a form
to
of performing art.
codified. But I can't say that.
Codified
Nobody
performing
knows
art.
what that means. 'Cause
I
they're
can
five.
talk about modifying.
Okay. Okay. And then I can bring that back.
Yeah.
Okay. That is really fun to watch and perform.
So you're going to say Michael will show you a choreographed, so
Yes.
not choreographed
Oh,
dance.
good. Yeah. Choreographed dance.
Because
The
we
buffalo.
want to say how it was from counter response and improv.
Yeah.
Became
You can still
choreographed.
improv, they'll never know.
Yeah.
Yay.
It's not the scare dance, it's the square dance.
Margaret is your boy. I came back and I already had a baby.
But Mike was here, so how did that happen?
Mike did it off screen with me, so.
Chatting to
It's a big kitty.
She got more fat.
She's on antibiotics now.
Okay, we had a nice
Infected your face.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. all gotten the experience to show you what tap dance and body percussion look like. But here's the thing. Did you like watching that?
No.
No? Well,
I did.
too bad.
You
Too bad!
You guys
Shove
are
it!
on America's Got Talent.
Stick it up your ass. Okay.
I'm not showing
I'll
this
teach
to
you
y'all,
another
so
word.
that's
You know what else?
Do you know what ass means? It's a really mean way to say asshole. So you enjoyed watching it? Raise your hand if you enjoyed watching it. That's how I'm gonna do it, because I can't say anything. Raise your hand if you enjoyed watching my friend Mike dance. Yeah? That's awesome. So many of you got the chance to enjoy it. And that's the thing. After these people who were enslaved created these cultures, they started being enjoyed. People started loving to watch them and loved seeing what they created. And after that, people started codifying it. Do you know what codifying means? Raise your hand if you know what that means. That's all right. I got you. Codifying means making one word to sort of explain a larger thing, right? So we are all people. That means that we have been codified to be people. So if I say flap, anyone who's a tap dancer is going to know. If I say shuffle, anyone that's a tap dancer is going to know. And if I said something even longer, like the shim sham, which is an international, or is it international or national? It's an international tap dance anthem. If I say that to any tap dancer, they know.
2, 3.
What?
2, 3.
Don't. I got this. No. If I say shim sham to any tap dancer, which the shim sham, by the way, is the international tap dance anthem, any tap dancer would know.
You should make him say the shim sham, because it's fun to say.
So,
Oh.
Dramatics, I can do it here, maybe. Oh, you're gonna do it? Okay, good.
So basically, with that, we start to see how this culture became something that people started enjoying watching, and it started to become a vocabulary that people could pass down. So what started to happen with tap dance, once everyone sort of was able to communicate the same way, was that teachers started being mentors to students, and students then came up and became teachers, and we have this system where tap dance starts getting passed down from generation to generation, which is how you are able to find tap dance in your local dance studios, just like all of us. But this work would not have been possible without recognizing the people who came over from Africa against their will and were enslaved, and the work that they did against oppression, the work that they did against oppression to be resilient, to create a culture that we can now enjoy as an art form. We wouldn't be able to be here without that. And so to speak a little bit more about our interpretation of where we've come from,
Sorry, I wasn't listening. What?
I'll take it from here.
not that I was busy. Okay. So
Do you want to talk about where dramatics is taking it, or do you want
Yeah.
to like pull that in?
So, with respect to our ancestors and respect to our roots, I kept in dramatics a lot of the. I'm talking. So I kept.
Wow, I wonder what that feels like.
I kept in dramatics a lot of the foundations that tap are
I
about.
wouldn't say I would keep it short because I've already covered up. We've already
Okay.
covered that. I would just say like we are now taking these in really innovative ways to combine them. Push
We're
them.
taking these things in a very innovative way and pushing them forward. A, to bring tap dance as an art form and body percussion to audiences everywhere, to kids like you who've never seen it before, maybe. And also to make it innovative and creative in a new way. Yes, I know how to describe what I'm doing. I've been marketing myself for years. Anyway, so without further ado, we're going to show you how tap dance, body percussion, and drumming are having a conversation.
And then let's
And
do
then
it.
Sarah, do the body because I have the baby.
Let's do it.
And
I thought
then
Sarah was
might
tapping.
do-
Oh, I'm following.
Yeah. I mean,
Margaret should do the body. Margaret has it.
Oh, God.
Margaret, you got it. I'm like, right here.
You got it?
There, you got it. You know what's
Nice
going
and
on.
good. So the video.
Okay, ready?
Ready? I go first.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
they clap and we can say, on with the show, and
On
just
the
keep it
show,
going.
and then we find
Keep it going.
tin cans. Yeah. Cool.